take me up where your mind, where we're free. All I see is lost in green, and my core breathing fantasy. And ooh, take me up.
Atomic living is about using spontaneity productively and also about dialing into the energies of the moment. And so right before the show today, I went backstage and I had a cup of tea and I just meditated, because now I had seen who was attending. And I said, how can I really add value to the 30, 40, 50 people who have come today to the shop? How can I make them leave this 1 hour and feel joyful in their own life? Because that's what I would want someone to do for me, to consider me. And I noticed a lot of creatives in the room, and so I said, why don't I be vulnerable about my creative challenges and my creative process, so that someone can feel energized and relatable when they leave my show. And for those who are just music fans, what have they not seen in the music world that maybe they would be otherwise would love to be exposed to? So I tried to honor that, and then I went back out and I did that. I think it's also really important to control your space. So I knew that if I went on a stage, immediately like the expectation is supposed to be more formal. So I started on the ground level and I invited people into my energy, and I just peacefully had a cup of tea and was very honest about my situation, so that it just felt like we were a bunch of friends hanging out. And then I moved up to the showcase space because obviously I wanted to show my music with proper sound, but I invited people to come onto the stage and see what I was doing, so if they wanted to learn, they would have access to me in a way that otherwise they wouldn't if we were at a traditional venue. I've never done anything like this before, but when we're making our art and when we're creating, I feel like there's only been two experiences I have. Either I'm performing the art on the stage for an audience, or I'm creating it in the studio with maybe a couple trusted people, but there's never the in-between, where I can share the music as it's being made and created with people who inspire me and in a place that inspires me. So that's kind of the idea for today, with you all here. So it's a bit of a two-way street, and I'm so grateful to Third Man in this yellow womb for hosting me, because I just love yellow so much. My name is Kiran. It means ray of sunlight in Hindi, in Sanskrit. So growing up, my parents also used to dress me in yellow, and I just love yellow so much. It's like an energizing, life-giving, femme color. So this is a song called Yellow Sea. I dedicate it to you, Third Man, because we're in a yellow sea right now. And it's about, there's a tension where sometimes we want to make ourselves the best version of ourselves, or we have to just be honest about what actually energizes us and what actually makes us happy, and that it's okay to just go to those places. And yellow makes me happy, so if I want to wear yellow every day and I want to have a yellow album and a yellow logo and play only music in a yellow store, it's fine. I got driven here in a yellow car, so that sounds a bit. Take me up, take me up, ooh, take me up, ooh, take me up, where your mind, where we're free, all I see is lost in green, and my core, breathing fantasy, and ooh, take me up, to that place, to your mind, where my thoughts get caught in time, and my soul's call this life, listen soundly through the night. If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? The yellow sea around me, the yellow sea around me. Bring me back, bring me back. In the wake of all that's happened, bring me back. Where we're there, coastal air, running 20 by the sea,
dancing wildly. But nostalgic thoughts make a young babe crazy. When I get lost, I just turn on Wazy. She always knows which way to take me. Basking naked where the sun rays hit me. Got to see you around me. If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? I'll see you around me. I'll see you around me.
You know, I grew up in Manhattan, in New York City. It's just everything is hyper stimulation. You know, every last billboard has been filled in with commercials or advertising or art, beautiful art. But as a creator, then if you feel the space has already been filled in, you don't feel motivated to fill it in yourself. And every time I come here, and also parts of downtown LA where I currently live, there's something about it, like my brain will see empty space and it triggers my own brain to start filling it in with my own creation. And since I'm not a painter or a physical artist, that means I just start singing, you know, or I start going into my own thoughts, or I start beatboxing. And I guess, I don't know, I know everyone says Detroit is like the cool thing, and I know I feel late to the bandwagon, but like I feel it so hard. I just landed, I feel good here. So hopefully maybe one day I'll move here. I would really love to do that. It's very joyful. But I just wanted to give love to this place because I get it. That's all I guess what I'm trying to say. I get it. And it's so cool that you all live here and you're contributing to the community. You get to hear my thoughts as I'm creating and describing something, and you get to be part of the process. And I think I really trust the Detroit creative community, and I think I trust them to know how to respect the art, but how to also get inspired and want to contribute and collaborate. And I noticed that because even the second I invited people to come join me on the stage and jam, it felt really organic and beautiful and not aggressive or overwhelming or show-offy.
I hope that this is helpful. I'm just trying to share some aspects of my process, especially for the musicians in the room. I was gonna also say, like, I didn't know there was a stage in Third Man. I thought I was gonna be down there so y'all could see. So if anybody wants to come up, like, I would totally welcome that and love that. You can see I have like a this cool. I get all these fun toys. Like this thing right here has 5 dimensions of touch. So it's like a keyboard, MIDI controller, piano, but you can press in. You can slide up to control. You can slide right and left, like. I'm a drummer, so I always put it on the drummer modes, but I've been trying to be responsible and put it like in the melodic modes. This right here is an Ableton push. It allows me to do everything that the software allows me to do. I mostly use it for live and less for production. I use it if I'm recording myself and I want to just put a bunch of takes in. Then I'll use the pad because I'm doing it by myself. And then these right here, these are these cool blocks. You can actually program them to do anything that you want. And so in one of the songs that I wanted to play for you today, let's see if I can figure this out. So this mic goes directly to you all, but then this mic is run through my interface so that I can control my vocal effects myself. And so if we put this away, you can see here, let's see. Ooh, Test, 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 test. Maybe if we record it, it will work. I've been singing you the Gandhi blues. I've been trying to work harder for you, but you can all do all types of shit. For the people who are like Ableton heads in the room, it's always like, damn, you're not trying to show anybody anything. But for people who are like new to this kind of shit, I think it's really fun to share what you're like up to and learning.
Oh, nice to meet you. That's sick. Keep that going.
To your mind, where my thoughts get caught in time, and my soul's calling lines listen soundly through the night. If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? If I drop the beat, will you sing with me? I'll see you around me. I'll see you around me. Bring me back.
Could you do it again? Could you do it one more time? Yeah. Is it possible you could do it one more time?
You know what? When people listen, when it's not planned, which none of this really was to some extent, and you have someone coming off the street, passing by, okay, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe one more. It's almost like it's meant to be. It's an atomic moment.
Well, let's hear that. How about that? It sounded great.
Ooh, take me up.